Scott, tonight obviously an important game for Adelaide, and obviously Proclamation Day and that put to the side. Is it a little bit of a reality check for the group and where they're at all, or is it just one of those ones where Perth just too good tonight?
Yeah, I'm not sure it was a reality check. I think it was just a hugely disappointing game. We had an opportunity to come out now after a game against Brisbane and take another step forward, and instead we took two steps backwards, and that is bitterly disappointing. I think they probably controlled the first half, but we're down by 5 or 6, and going and feeling good about it, and then to come out the third quarter and just lay a giant turd was just it's just not what we expect. It's something we won't accept. We'll go back and have a look at the tape and make the right adjustments.
So in terms of that defensive intensity, we saw against Brisbane a defensive intensity we hadn't seen from Adelaide in quite a few months.
Yeah.
And then to turn up with what happened in the third quarter, like you said, why that drop after half time? Is that any particular reason that you can?
It was as much about our offence as it was about our defence. We were just putrid offensively, and we just couldn't. The ball stagnated, and we couldn't. Which allowed them to get out and run and pick up some easy baskets. And then, the disappointing thing was there's some of the body language in that third quarter, some of the lack of intensity to get out to wide open shooters, I think is bad habits that we've had at various times during the year that I just won't accept. I mean that's not who we are as a group now, and to slip back into some of those habits was that was hugely disappointing from my point of view, and as I said, we'll go back and have a look at the tape, but we all know that's not up to scratch, that game.
So Bryce obviously hurt Adelaide again in the scoring side of things, but there were other players from Perth Wildcats that hurt you as well. And how do you balance that ability to be able to get up to Bryce Cotton and knock down someone like Christian Doolittle?
Well, you look at the stats, and they had contributors everywhere. Doolittle, Wagstaff. Obviously Bryce Cotton, Hiram Harris, and we didn't have very many at all. I thought Isaac played his backside off, which he does. He does every game, and we need to continue to make him a focus of what we do. But we don't have. We cannot have a game where we don't have 5 or 6 guys not playing well. We're not that team that can just rely on 2 or 3 guys to get us a win. And when you have some of your stars that have down games, and we don't have other people stepping out, and we missed 13 goddamn free throws. We're down. I think we'd missed 6 in the first half, and we're down by 6. It's just. That sort of stuff to me is, I don't want to say it's not coming ready to play. I don't know what it is, but we're not a 48% free throw shooting team. That's a mindset. That's a mental thing to come out and go through your routine and knock down shots. And I think when things started going south for us tonight, then those problems start being exacerbated, and obviously we saw what happened.
And Isaac, for yourself, you like Scott said, 24 points and 5 rebounds tonight. That is 4 games in a row where you have made some significant contributions to this team, and that I wanted to ask you about the fact that what has changed for you in the last 4 games, particularly in relation to the way that you're playing, the form that you're showing at the moment?
I think when our team went through all of our shifting and stuff like that, I took it upon myself to control what I could control, and that is how I could play. Scotty has made an emphasis of playing inside and using me a lot more, and that has definitely contributed to the way I've been playing. But I really just want to come in and do the best I can for the team, and I think I'm showing that every game so far, since what you're talking about. So, look, it's not too front of brain for me to come in and add stats and all that stuff. I just want to come in and play really hard and play the best I can for the team, and that just is rolling into, putting some good numbers up, I guess.
And when you're a player in that third quarter and you're watching that, 9 points go up on the board and all those shots going in from the opposition and that sort of thing, what's going through your mind as a player and as the rest of the playing group would no doubt have going through their mind?
Yeah, Scotty touched on disappointment. That was thrown around a lot, as a playing group tonight, but the frustration as well. Just, it was frustrating out there. Offensively, we couldn't figure out what we were doing, and defensively, sometimes we'd do our very best, but they just were making a lot of shots. So, I don't know, it was just a weird night for us, and very frustrating, very disappointing. So that's kind of the mindset that was going on there.
And of course, you got Illawarra next, and a big battle against obviously Sam Froling personally, and that. So he's been a pretty good touch as well. I'm looking forward to that duel and that ability to be able to show Illawarra on their home court and on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I'm a competitive professional athlete. Of course, I'm looking forward to any matchup. I'll take on whatever and whoever. So that's not what I'm really thinking about. I want to get the team together before I can, think about my personal matchup. We have strides to make in the next few days before we have a very quick turnaround, obviously. So we have a lot of things to sort of look at and figure out before I go ahead and think about my personal matchup there. But yeah, sure, I'm excited to play anyone.
Thanks, Arthur. Thanks, Scott.
Go ahead, Chris.
Scotty, how strange was it for you tonight to look down the other end of the court and see John really coaching a team that you were coaching against, given the history that you two have together?
No stranger than looking down and seeing Justin Schuller, last game. That didn't enter into my mind at all. We said our pleasantries before the game. We share a history and a memory that will be bonded together forever. But no, it didn't play my mind at all.
It felt like everything that happened tonight is things that we've been talking about over the last 4 years, that the Wildcats seem to do all the little things right. Even making the free throws compared to you making your free throws. And how different is it to now see it from the head coaching chair, now to see these things happening that you've been able to watch from the sidelines for the last few years?
Yeah, not great. It's not great to see it from the head coaching role when that sort of performance is had, obviously. And yeah, I probably remiss. I probably haven't given enough credit to the Wildcats tonight. They shot the ball at an incredible level, and there's a reason why they're where they are, second on the ladder. And I've got a team that's humming along quite nicely, and to come out and have that performance after what they've been through in the last week is something that we need to look at. Why can't we have those sort of performances? And we now have I said to the boys after the game, what opportunity presents itself now. Any time you get your ass kicked, to be able to have an opportunity to play 3 days later is to me is a wonderful thing, because you have a very quick turnaround to try and correct what just happened in the last couple of hours. So we'll look at that. We'll look at this game tonight and tomorrow, and then we have to be focused on Illawarra straight away. So we get one short training session on Saturday, then we travel, and I like that. I like the fact we now get a chance to hopefully exercise the demons of tonight's game.
Is it clutching at straws that you finish the game well, or can you take some momentum out of that now into Wollongong?
Oh, look, there's you can look at that now as an 18-point game. We were down by 30. Now, it could have gone the other way and we could have lost by 40. So, yeah, I am happy that we played it out, but let's not dress it up. That was a one-sided, lopsided affair.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chris.
Go ahead, Jace. Go ahead, Jace.
How tough a balance is it to let you guys know how disappointed you are, yet still get them up for a game in 3 days?
Well, that's the challenge. I mean, that's that's up to us as a coaching staff to And I said after the game, I said, you can't just dismiss that game. I mean, you have to. We all have to look at it individually, from what we can do better as a coaching staff, the players what they can do better as a playing group. Go through those emotions over the next day, but then we have to crawl into their heads and make sure that when we come to train on Saturday morning, we're completely focused on Illawarra. So that's where the mental side of this beautiful game comes into effect. With this, we can't. I said, and we have to absorb it and take on board what happened, but we have to turn around and then be switched straight on Illawarra by Saturday.
How do you explain the free throws tonight? I mean, it's something that you guys know how to do and have done well. I mean, is that just something that can happen in some games?
Well, obviously it happened tonight. It's Trey Kell is one of our better free throw shooters. Gets fouled on the first play from the 3-point line and misses 2 of those 3 free throws. I've never seen him miss 2 in a row in my life. We have some guys who are better free throw shooters than the others, but collectively as a group, we just went to pieces from the foul line, and there's 13 points, 12 or 25. I'm sure it's happened somewhere along the line, but I can't remember anything that bad that's happened to us. So once again, free throw shooting is repetition and it's mindset. And you can go to the line and shoot 100 free throws and make 90 of them, but when you get into the pressure of that game and there's thousands of people screaming and the momentum of the game stopped, it's stepping up and going through your routine and having the confidence to shoot them. And I said that one of the timeouts that when things were going down south for us, as far as when you get free throw line, when you get your open shots, shoot them with confidence. So it's one of those things that it could have been very, very different if we go into half time, with a slight lead. I mean, who knows? But hindsight's a beautiful thing, but it doesn't mean anything now. But just one of those performances that from the free throw line that hopefully we never see again.
4 games in for you now. I mean, it's still all very new, but do you feel like you've got a clear vision now for the next 10, 11 games, and you've got your rotations and your minutes sorted? Yeah, I think we it has been a short period of time, but what I want from this group is continual improvement and to come together as a team and play hard. I was disappointed in some aspects of that tonight, and I put that on myself. That's we can't fall back into some of the older habits that has put us in the situation with this record. I mean, we're not a team that we're not a club that is going to accept mediocrity moving forward, for the rest of this year and moving into the future. So we'll do what we can. I fully expected to come in and win that game tonight. Now, whether that was misguided or whatever, but I felt there was a real opportunity to build on the game against Brisbane that we obviously didn't take. Thanks, guys. That's all from me.
All good.
Thanks, guys.